In the next few minutes, you'll discover why the average senior loses 3 to 5% of their muscle mass every year after 60, how just standing up every 30 minutes can improve your brain function by 30%, and the 4 specific movements that can add years of independence to your life. I'll also reveal why expensive supplements and complicated exercise programs often fail, while these simple movement strategies work time and again. If you're concerned about maintaining your independence as you age, this might be the most important video you watch this year. Did you know your favorite chair might be your biggest health enemy? That comfortable spot where you relax, watch TV, or read could actually be silently accelerating your aging process. Most of us don't realize just how much time we spend sitting each day. Between morning coffee, breakfast, watching the news, reading the paper, computer time, meals, evening television, and all the little moments in between, the average senior accumulates over 10 hours of sitting daily. That's nearly 2/3 of your waking hours spent in a seated position. What's truly concerning isn't just the total time. It's what happens inside your body during those hours. Your muscles, which are designed to be active and engaged, begin to undergo changes almost immediately when you settle into that cushioned seat. The process starts faster than you might imagine. Within just 24 hours of an activity, your muscles actually begin to atrophy. That's right, they start weakening after just one day of not being used properly. This rapid deterioration becomes even more significant as we age. In fact, in the next few minutes, you'll discover why the average senior loses 3 to 5% of their muscle mass every year after 60, how just standing up every 30 minutes can improve your brain function by 30%, and the 4 specific movements that can add years of independence to your life. I'll also reveal why expensive supplements and complicated exercise programs often fail, while these research shows that after 60, the body naturally loses muscle mass at a rate of 3 to 5% per year. Now imagine compounding that natural loss with hours of daily sitting. It's a double whammy that dramatically accelerates the weakening process. What makes this particularly sneaky is that you don't feel it happening day by day. The changes accumulate so gradually that by the time you notice significant weakness, months or years of damage have already occurred. The science behind this is fascinating and somewhat alarming. After approximately 2 hours of continuous sitting, something remarkable happens at the cellular level. The protein signals that instruct your body to maintain muscle strength literally begin to shut down. Your body essentially receives a message that these muscles aren't being used and starts to reduce resources allocated to maintaining them. This muscle loss isn't just about not being able to lift heavy objects. The consequences are far more immediate and dangerous to your daily life. As your leg and core muscles weaken, your balance becomes compromised. Research shows that for every hour you spend sitting daily, your risk of experiencing a fall increases by about 30%. Consider what that means if you're sitting for 10 hours. Your fall risk could be significantly multiplied compared to someone who sits less frequently. Many seniors believe they've found the perfect solution: a daily walk. I get my 30 minutes of exercise each morning, they'll proudly state. While that walk is certainly beneficial, here's the surprising truth. That single bout of activity, however virtuous, cannot reverse the damage caused by the remaining hours of sedentary time. It's like thinking you can eat poorly all day, but make up for it with one healthy meal. The math simply doesn't work out. The truth is your chair is essentially aging you faster than almost anything else in your daily life. It's silently eroding your strength, balance, and independence, all while feeling perfectly comfortable in the moment. This makes excessive sitting perhaps the number one habit that accelerates aging for seniors. What makes it particularly insidious is how it simultaneously attacks multiple body systems. While being so common, we don't even recognize it as harmful. We've been conditioned to think of rest as healthy, without understanding there's a tipping point where too much rest becomes destructive. That destructive tipping point we just discussed affects more than just your muscles. It creates a compounding cycle throughout your entire body. Have you noticed how many seniors struggle to rise from a chair, wincing with discomfort? This isn't simply getting older, as many believe. Your joints are actually designed with a self-lubricating system that only works when you move regularly. When you don't, something alarming happens to this natural mechanism. Your joints depend on a substance called synovial fluid. Think of it as nature's perfect joint lubricant. This remarkable fluid cushions your joints, provides nutrients to your cartilage and reduces friction when you move. But here's the catch. Your body only produces adequate amounts of this protective fluid during movement. When you sit for hours watching television or reading, your joints receive significantly less of this vital fluid. Without regular movement, your joints essentially begin to dry out. The protective cushioning between your bones diminishes, creating a painful friction with each movement. This is why that first step after sitting for hours can be so uncomfortable. Your knees, hips, and ankles become stiff and painful, not because of inevitable aging, but because they've been deprived of the movement they need to stay healthy. This creates what doctors call a pain avoidance cycle, a dangerous pattern that accelerates joint deterioration. When movement hurts, the natural response is to move less. But moving less further reduces synovial fluid production, which makes your joints even stiffer and more painful. Each day of excessive sitting reinforces this cycle, gradually eroding your mobility and independence. Your circulatory system suffers similar consequences during prolonged sitting. Blood flow to your lower extremities decreases by approximately 50% after just 1 hour in your chair. This dramatic reduction doesn't just cause those uncomfortable swollen ankles many seniors experience. It significantly increases your risk of developing dangerous blood clots. Studies show that inactive seniors have a 150% higher risk of developing deep vein thrombosis compared to their more active counterparts. These potentially life-threatening clots often form in the legs during periods of inactivity and can travel to your lungs, heart, or brain with devastating consequences. Even your cognitive function takes a hit during those marathon sitting sessions. Your brain requires a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients to function optimally, delivered by, you guessed it, proper circulation. When blood flow slows during sedentary periods, your brain receives fewer of these essential elements. Research demonstrates that after just 2 hours of continuous sitting, measurable decreases in cognitive processing speed, attention span, and problem-solving abilities occur. Most concerning is that these effects aren't temporary. With consistent patterns of excessive sitting, these cognitive impacts can accelerate age-related mental decline. Yet few healthcare providers discuss this connection with their patients, focusing instead on more obvious health concerns while missing this fundamental contributor to accelerated aging. What happens to your joints when you spend too much time in your chair? They literally begin to deteriorate from lack of the movement they were designed to perform regularly. The protective mechanisms your body naturally provides, like synovial fluid production, gradually shut down, creating a painful cycle that makes independence increasingly difficult. Your joints become stiff, your circulation slows, and even your brain function diminishes, all from something as seemingly innocent as your comfortable recliner. The cycle of sitting and stiffness might seem hard to break, but what if I told you that years of these harmful effects could begin to reverse in just 2 weeks? The solution doesn't require expensive equipment or complicated exercise routines. It's something researchers now call movement snacks. Many seniors believe that to stay healthy, they need to commit to intense workout programs or spend hours at the gym. This misconception often leads to doing nothing at all. But recent research has turned this thinking upside down. For seniors especially, short bursts of simple movements spread throughout your day actually work better than a single longer workout at reversing the effects of prolonged sitting. Here's something remarkable. Standing up for just 2 to 3 minutes every half hour reduces inflammation markers in your blood by up to 30% compared to continuous sitting. These inflammation markers are directly linked to accelerated aging in your joints, muscles, and even your brain. When you break up sitting time with these brief movement intervals, your body literally begins to reverse its aging processes. But what exactly should you do during these short breaks? Scientists have identified 4 specific movements that are particularly effective in counteracting sitting damage. Standing heel raises strengthen your calf muscles and improve balance. Seated leg extensions maintain quadriceps strength, which is essential for standing up independently. Gentle side bends help maintain spinal flexibility and core strength. And backward arm circles improve shoulder mobility and posture that tends to collapse during sitting. The beauty of these movements is their simplicity. They don't require any special equipment and can be performed by almost anyone, regardless of their current fitness level. Even if you use a walker or have limited mobility, modified versions of these movements can provide significant benefits. The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. There's also a powerful social component to movement that many seniors overlook. Walking with a friend for just 15 minutes increases feel-good brain chemicals by 40% more than walking alone. This social movement not only provides physical benefits, but also combats isolation and loneliness, which themselves accelerate aging processes in the brain. What's truly fascinating is how these simple activities change your body on a cellular level when done consistently. The movement triggers repair mechanisms in your muscles and joints, improves circulation throughout your entire body, and even enhances cognitive function by increasing blood flow to your brain. These aren't just temporary effects. They're cumulative improvements that can actually change the trajectory of how you age. Let me give you one simple movement snack that you can start today. Every 30 minutes, stand up and do 10 heel raises while holding onto a counter or sturdy chair for support. This single habit can improve your balance by up to 30% in just 2 weeks. Imagine how that could change your confidence and independence. And if heel raises aren't comfortable for you, simply standing up regularly provides tremendous benefits compared to remaining seated. When you integrate these movement snacks into your daily routine, you're not just adding exercise, you're literally removing the aging accelerant of prolonged sitting from your life. Each time you stand up, you're resetting those biological processes that otherwise work against you. Conclusion. So, we've uncovered the truth about how chairs can accelerate aging, but here's the good news. You don't need to throw away your favorite recliner. The key to maintaining independence as you age isn't about perfect exercise routines or marathon workout sessions. It's about making movement a daily habit. Think of movement as essential nutrition for your body. Small, frequent doses throughout your day are more valuable than one large serving. When you interrupt sitting by simply standing up every half hour, you're making a powerful choice that can transform your health trajectory. Remember, this isn't about becoming an athlete overnight. It's about consistency, not perfection. By incorporating these small movement breaks into your regular routine, you're choosing independence over limitation. Will you let another day of excessive sitting shape your future? Or will you stand up right now and take that first step toward reclaiming your vitality? The choice and the power is entirely yours. If you're serious about leveling up, hit subscribe now, because I've got more game-changing insights coming. And drop a fire in the comments if you're ready to take your well-being to the next level. Oh, and if you love research-backed insights, you're in luck. All the studies I mentioned in this video are linked in the description.